Welcome to Mobile Car Mechanic. Today we're going to show you how to replace the ESIM module on this 2014 Jeep Cherokee. This is going to apply from 2013 to 2023. This is going to be the leak detection pump. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so the only part that's going to be needed is this one here, the 310-233 for the Jeep Cherokee. No tools are needed. So let's go ahead and get to it. Alright, so the reason why we're going to replace this module is because, as you can see, there is a light right here indicating that there is a gas cap loose. So this module does have an effect on that, as well as a check engine light right here. This is a P0456 code that we pulled earlier. So if you're getting any one of those, this may potentially be the issue. Of course, you should diagnose it a little bit better than, if you have like a smoke machine or whatever. But we did find that the leak detection pump is bad, or the ESIM module. So let's go ahead and get to replacing it. Good thing is we don't need tools. So let's go ahead and get to the back wheel. All right, so good thing about this is you don't need to jack up the vehicle. You can do it with the wheel in place and everything like that. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this fender liner just slightly down. I'm not going to go ahead and remove it all. What I find is easier is to kind of pull the trim a little bit, kind of make a gap, and then pull on the fender liner. You're not breaking anything, even though it sounds like you might be. So essentially what we're trying to do now is get to this piece right here. Might be a little hard to see. So this whole pump has a connector here. There's a little blue tab here that's going to have to be slid down. And then there's a hose, which may or may not be able to be captured onto it. So there is a hose right there on the actual ESIM module. So this will come off, but we're going to go ahead and focus. It's going to be kind of hard, but we're going to go ahead and focus on this connector. Let's see if I can go ahead and drop the tab. You might need to use like a screwdriver, but I did kind of remove this earlier before because I ended up getting the wrong part. So now that it's in place, we're going to go ahead and push this tab in, and then we're going to pull out. All right, now that that's out, let's go ahead and see if I can get that hose out. Okay, now that the hose is off, there is going to be a small tab right here. Let's push it in and then turn it to the left. Let me see, I think I might have to turn. All right. Now that it's finally out, I'm gonna go ahead and pull that seal out. Then we're gonna go ahead and put the new module in. All right, so I did kind of forget to tell you, but it's gonna be on the side of the gas cap. So it's going to be on the passenger side rear when you're going ahead to replace this. So this is the new part right here, and I've been in here before because unfortunately there is a difference in these parts. The one that I got actually had this piece down here pointing outward. On this specific vehicle, it's up at the top pointing towards the rear bumper. So what we're going to do now is just going to go ahead and take this little plug out, and then they do give us a new O-ring. It's going to be different from what they give you, what the original version looks like. It's flatter. This is more round. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and open this back up, and then the seal is going to go in this hole, and it's going to be flush. So just make sure that it doesn't fall out. So as you can see now, it's in there. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get the new piece. I'm going to put it at an angle, and then make sure that it's in there good, and then make sure that that looks. I'm not sure why I'm having difficulty because I took this out initially. There we go. There we go, now it's locked in place. So now we're gonna go ahead and put the hose back where it needs to go. So it's gonna be this guy right here. Make sure it goes all the way as far as you can get it. Might help to lubricate the hose too. It looks like we're all the way in. And then all I gotta do now is put this connector back into place. Okay, we'll click it. And then we're gonna push the blue tab up. And then there we go, we're done there. Now let's go ahead and tuck in the fender liner. Now that that's tucked in, you'll probably end up having this kind of pop out too. All you have to do is just push this back in there. That's it. And we're done. Alright, once you've completed the repair, obviously what's not going to happen is the lights aren't going to go away. So you'll see that you still have a check engine light and you still have a gas cap light. So, I'll show you, even starting the car right now, the car's in accessory mode.
The score was 111.
This still hasn't gone away. So I'm going to go ahead and shut it off and then put it back in accessory mode. If it's a push to start car,
20 in print.
I'm going to put it in accessory mode. Let all the noises go away. Now, I have my scan tool right here. So I'm using the Think Diag tool here. You don't need anything specific, like anything sophisticated. You just need a standard check engine light code reader. So I'm just going to do the read fault codes, see what it says. Right now, I'm getting a PO457 saying that the cap is loose. So I'm going to go ahead and try to clear them. If you don't have a scan tool, you can also just unhook the battery. So we're going to make sure it doesn't look like we have any diagnostic trouble codes. Let's see if the light cleared. Okay, the check engine light cleared. So still check fuel cap. Let me go ahead and mess about with it. Let's see here. Alright, so we might need to look into other things here. Alright, so if you don't have a scan tool, or if your scan tool doesn't clear out the light, I tried to use the scan tool method. It's cleared out the check engine light, but it didn't clear the check cap, fuel cap. So let's just show you how to go ahead and reset it by unhooking the negative terminal on the battery. Just get a 10mm wrench or socket. And then we're just going to go ahead and swing it until it loosens up. We'll let it sit for about like 10-15 seconds, let everything kind of just drain, and then we'll go ahead and reconnect it. All right, so it's been about 30 seconds. We're just gonna go ahead and hook up the terminal. Don't be afraid if you hear little sparks. You're not gonna get shocked. So now, let's go ahead and tighten this down. Obviously make sure it's not loose. Then we'll go ahead and close the hood and go on the inside. All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and start the car and see if our lights are cleared. All right, so our check engine light is off, and then our fuel cap is off, our fuel cap warning. You might have to drive the car around to kind of calibrate things, because once you unhook the battery, these cars are kind of very heavily computerized and need calibration for certain things. So if you see any warnings, just go ahead and take it for a drive. Sometimes you might need to turn the wheel all the way. But in this case, I don't see anything for a steering angle issue. But looks like we're all good. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching Mobile Car Mechanic. Today we just completed the ESIM replacement on this 2014 Jeep Cherokee. Again, this is going to apply from 2013 to 2023. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.